Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're immersing ourselves in the transformative insights of a book that explores the power of focus and productivity, Deep Work by Cal Newport. Before we delve into the chapters, let me provide you with a brief overview of the brilliant mind behind Deep Work. Cal Newport is not just an author, but a computer science professor and productivity expert. His work challenges conventional wisdom and offers a blueprint for achieving a state of flow and deep concentration in an increasingly distracted world. Deep Work isn't just a book, it's a guide to cultivating a skill that's becoming increasingly rare: the ability to focus without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks. So, whether you're a student, a professional, or anyone seeking to maximize productivity, this book has profound insights to offer. Before we immerse ourselves in the chapters, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you're ready to amplify your focus, and let's dive deep into Deep Work by Cal Newport. Chapter 1: Deep Work is Valuable. Chapter 1 of Deep Work sets the stage by emphasizing the inherent value of deep work. Cal Newport argues that in our rapidly changing economy, the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task is a rare and valuable skill. He introduces us to the concept of deep work, defined as professional activities performed in a state of flow, where we can give our full, undivided attention to the task at hand. Newport challenges us to recognize the importance of cultivating this skill in our lives. As we explore Chapter 1, consider the value you place on deep work in your own life. How can harnessing the power of deep work contribute to your personal and professional growth? Before we move on, think about one task in your daily routine that could benefit from a deeper level of concentration. It's these intentional moments of deep work that can set the stage for significant achievements. Chapter 2: Deep Work is Rare. Chapter 2 delves into the rarity of deep work in today's hyper-connected world. Cal Newport explores how constant connectivity and shallow work have become the norm, making deep work a scarce commodity. Newport challenges us to confront the reality of our work habits. How often do we find ourselves in a state of distraction, multitasking, and shallow work? Recognizing this scarcity is the first step towards reclaiming our ability to engage in deep, meaningful work. As we reflect on Chapter 2, consider the distractions that frequently pull you away from deep work. How can you minimize these interruptions and create a space for undisturbed, concentrated focus? Before we proceed, think about one change you can make in your environment to foster a culture of deep work. It could be setting specific time blocks, creating a dedicated workspace, or establishing boundaries for interruptions. Chapter 3: Deep Work is Meaningful. Chapter 3 explores the meaningfulness that deep work brings to our lives. Cal Newport argues that the satisfaction derived from deep, focused efforts is a crucial factor in the pursuit of a fulfilling and impactful professional life. Newport introduces the idea that deep work isn't just about efficiency, it's about tapping into our innate desire for meaningful, purpose-driven work. When we engage in deep work, we not only produce higher quality results, but also experience a profound sense of satisfaction. Consider this: how can incorporating more deep work into your routine enhance the meaningfulness of your professional life? What tasks, when approached with deep work, could lead to a more fulfilling and satisfying career? Before we move forward, think about one project or task that holds particular meaning for you. How can you commit to engaging in deep work to elevate the quality and significance of your contribution? Chapter 4: The 4 Disciplines of Deep Work. Chapter 4 introduces us to the practical framework of the 4 disciplines of deep work. Cal Newport provides a structured approach to cultivating deep work in our lives, outlining 4 key principles to guide our efforts. The first discipline involves mastering the art of time blocking, where we allocate specific periods for deep work in our schedule. Newport challenges us to be intentional about carving out time dedicated solely to focused, uninterrupted work. The second discipline is embracing the principle of embracing boredom. Newport argues that our constant exposure to stimuli has reduced our tolerance for boredom, a crucial element in enabling deep work. How can we rewire our minds to appreciate and leverage moments of boredom? The third discipline involves quitting social media. Newport presents a compelling case for minimizing digital distractions and argues that deep work requires a deliberate disconnection from the constant stream of online information. The final discipline is shaping your environment for deep work. Newport emphasizes the importance of creating a physical and mental space conducive to concentrated, focused work. How can you design your workspace to foster deep work? As we reflect on Chapter 4, think about how you can integrate these disciplines into your own life. Which discipline resonates with you the most, and how can you begin implementing it today? Before we delve into the next chapter, consider one actionable step you can take to embrace the principles of the 4 disciplines of deep work. It's these intentional efforts that will pave the way for a more focused and productive work life. Chapter 5, The Bimodal Philosophy of Deep Work. Chapter 5 introduces us to the concept of the bimodal philosophy of deep work. Cal Newport suggests that embracing a bimodal approach to our workday, where we alternate between periods of deep work and shallow work, can lead to sustained focus and productivity. Newport challenges the notion of constant busyness and multitasking, advocating instead for a deliberate balance between deep, focused efforts and more routine, administrative tasks. How can we structure our day to optimize the benefits of both modes of work? Consider this: how does your current workday align with the bimodal philosophy? Are there opportunities to create more intentional blocks of deep work, and how can you strategically integrate these periods into your routine? As we reflect on Chapter 5, think about the tasks in your daily routine that could benefit from a deeper level of concentration. How can you allocate specific time blocks for deep work to elevate the quality of your output? Before we move forward, take a moment to identify one project or task that requires a deeper level of focus. How can you schedule intentional periods of deep work to make significant strides in your productivity and performance? Chapter 6, Drain the Shallows. Chapter 6 encourages us to drain the shallows, a call to minimize shallow work and distractions that encroach on our capacity for deep, meaningful concentration. Cal Newport challenges us to be intentional about the tasks we choose to engage with. Shallow work, as Newport defines it, includes tasks that are logistical, administrative, or easily replicable. While necessary, these tasks often dominate our workday, leaving little room for the deep, meaningful efforts that drive real progress. Consider this: how much of your workday is consumed by shallow tasks, and how can you strategically minimize these to create more space for deep work? Newport invites us to be discerning in our task selection and to prioritize activities that contribute to our long-term goals. As we reflect on Chapter 6, think about the tasks that fall into the category of shallow work in your professional life. How can you streamline or delegate these tasks to create more bandwidth for deep, focused efforts? Before we proceed, identify one shallow task that often consumes your time. How can you minimize or optimize this task to free up valuable space for deep work? Remember, it's the intentional choices we make that pave the way for a more meaningful and productive work life. And there you have it, The Journey Through Deep Work by Cal Newport. We've navigated the value, rarity, and meaningfulness of deep work, explored the 4 disciplines and the bimodal philosophy, and learned to drain the shallows to make room for focused, meaningful efforts. As we conclude this exploration, remember that deep work isn't just a book, it's a philosophy that can revolutionize the way you approach your professional life. Whether you're a student, a professional, or anyone seeking to elevate your productivity, the principles in this book offer a roadmap to a more focused, intentional, and impactful work life. If you found value in this summary, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement fuels the deep work of this channel. As you embark on your journey toward deeper, more meaningful work, remember that it's the intentional choices, the disciplined practices, and the commitment to focused efforts that will set you apart in a world of constant distractions. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. If you have specific topics or books you'd like me to cover in future videos, let me know in the comments. Until next time, stay focused and keep pushing towards your extraordinary best.